What's up, y'all? Sparta here. Apologies for the lack of videos. I've just been very busy as of late. But I guess now is the best time to talk about the most recent iOS beta that came out. In iOS beta, I'm on iOS beta 4 now. That's what the public beta is on right now. I've been using it since beta 1 on my iPhone 8 Plus 64 gig. And I'm more just wanting to talk about my experiences, the kinks, the things that look promising, and all of that stuff. So let's get into this. First off, one thing that is noticeably better from one thing that's noticeably better from iOS 12 is performance. Performance on here is far better than it used to be. Don't get me wrong, it isn't like this phone was like sluggish or anything like that, but there would be jitters, there'd be like weird lag here and there. It wasn't horrendous, but it was something that I definitely was able to feel and see. While on the beta, you can definitely tell that there's kinks and that there's still bugs. I will show you guys a few things that I caught on the screen recorder, because there is quite a bit of things that are odd, to say the least. Okay, so wait. All right, so here's one where I'd go on my notification panel and I would have like this weird thing happen where I'd be able to just like randomly move the notifications wherever and not be able to clear them, whether it's in like portrait or landscape. Then there's this other one where in YouTube, you'd be able to see like stuff from the previous video you watch or something in the background. It's very hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. But YouTube tends to have the most bugs for whatever reason. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of things in there too. Like in previous iOS betas, right? I would go onto YouTube, turn volume down, and I would be in landscape mode, right? And this volume bar right here would show, but also the regular volume bar would show, this one right here at the same time. So it'd be like one under the smaller one under the wider one in landscape mode a lot. It would be like this one and then the regular one. Then there's some other wonky stuff that tends to happen where, say I open up a game or something, right? And I'm in it for a bit. You see, literally it just happened right there where I'm in a game, right? I let it load up a bit. Of course, it's going to push its a billion microtransactions. Then I go out of it's not doing it again, but you guys literally saw it come up. And I don't have any well, I do have notifications, but as you guys can see, it's no longer doing that thing that I was showing you in the screen cap, in the screen recorder. So that's promising. That was something I saw in iOS beta 3. Some other weird stuff is that battery would drain a bit quicker. Now it's better. Overall, though, performance is very smooth. It doesn't feel bad at all. Nothing that I would say. I barely use the camera, so except for like the very rare shot that I tend to take. but the camera performance hasn't been any different, really. It's the same as it's been on this phone, which is good enough. So that's something that I do indeed want to say. Other than that, there really isn't anything like, it doesn't change anything in terms of like, obviously you get something like dark mode, which is something I do have enabled. I go into settings here, and as you guys can see, it's literally on. I forgot how to change it, but let me look and see. Okay, so you go into your display settings here where it says display and brightness. You hit, and you could change from light to dark, and it's very fluid as to, how it changes. There was some weird kinks in iOS beta 1 where, say you try to do Apple Pay, this screen would still be white, but it's whatever. I think it fixed it. I think they fixed it in beta 2. I don't really remember, but either way, it's fixed now. Other than that, though, there's not really anything that I would say is, bad, aside from the minor kinks that I do still get that are still there. Hopefully they're ironed out by the, iOS 13's actual release. But as far as iOS 13 beta 4, on the iPhone 8 Plus, performance looks really promising. If you have an iPhone 8 Plus, or I don't know about an 8, but I'd say even an 8 or a 10, you should be fine for another year if you really don't want to go with the newer ones, 10s, 10s Max, or the 10R, or the iPhone 11s that are coming out this year. If you still value stuff like a fingerprint sensor and a home button and not having a notch, Apple is doing a really good job as to making sure that these phones are still top-notch in terms of performance. I'd say still get your battery switched out for when you do get for when you do need it and stuff like that. But otherwise, I've been having good performance on this phone overall. But yeah, this is part of the thing, guys, for watching. Thanks for the support. Hope you guys have a wonderful Friday or whatever time of day it is in your area. Have a good one. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. Share with people that are interested in the sort of content. Thanks for 631 subscribers. Let's get it to 700, please, and have a good one.